Warning! The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Geoguessr. We're doing an improved world today. It's a map by Wolfchecker. For some reason, it feels like Canada. I don't think the United States wouldn't have a paved road. Right? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know if Canada wouldn't have a paved road. That's not English. That's set up like a US phone number. I think it has to be France. Not France. Canada. French language. Holy shit. I'm losing my mind. Is Prince Edward Island viable? Maybe. We do have some hills. Obviously, whenever we see the French, we usually go towards Quebec. But that's not the only area that uses French. Obviously, it is technically one of the official languages of Canada, although you don't typically see it outside of Quebec, or at least the eastern coast. So we're gonna do our best to try to find something, but as of right now, just stick it right there and hope for fucking luck. A lot of northern Quebec, that whole province, doesn't really have coverage, and I know this because I'm doing the research for geotips for Canada specifically. Now I am doing a generic Canada because we are looking to get a secondary map, because there is plenty of information in each province in Canada that will tell you what you're looking for. Same with the United States. So we're gonna probably have a double map for Canada and for the USA, and we might even be able to do other ones as well. Do I keep passing the kilometer sign? So most, well not most, but some people are able to tell the difference of the province based on the kilometer sign. I have all of the signs that I'm You But Worse put together in the Canadian cheat sheet for obviously geotips, but I haven't committed all of them to memory. Same with the telephone poles. All the telephone poles are generally different. Haven't committed them to memory yet, but we have them. So there is a good chance that sometime soon, based on the telephone poles or the kilometer signs, that not only will we, but most people should be able to tell the difference and get the province right. That's incredible to me. So, you know, yes, we're working on it, but we're also working on the editing for the geotips video. We're about 25 out of an hour, although the last about 15 to 20 minutes we're gonna have to cut and add a, yeah, that's the Quebec sign. It ends up being further south, but the last 20 minutes we're gonna have to cut, and we're only gonna see like 2 minutes of it. And you'll see why once you watch the video. Gen 4 coverage, Norwegian flag. I thought this was a Jeep at first, which is why I was really concerned. I don't know if I was really concerned, but I was confused, because I don't think Jeep, which is owned by Dodge, goes to Norway. Maybe it does, but maybe it's just like super expensive and not worth it. This is a hotel, obviously, so I'm guessing this is a ski resort. So we did go the wrong way. Stalheim for hotel guests only. We know we're in Norway. If we look around, we have plenty of trees. It doesn't feel like they're very thin, so we're not going to go too far north. We are going to go down, though, because that's the only other option we have. Maybe we could find signs pointing us to some major cities. I think that says Oslo. Oslo and Bergen, which are two. Here's Oslo, here's Bergen. On E16, which goes this way, which honestly sucks, we have Stalheim, which should be on E16, and that's where we just were. Let me run it through and see if we can find Stalheim. It's probably small enough that we just found it. Are you kidding? Where's the road that leads that way? Don't quite see it. I don't quite see any roads over here. I know I'm pretty fucking blind. Could it be this? Maybe? Because there's a road right here. I don't see any roads here. I don't see shit here. Can we... Stahlheimswegen? Is this what this is? This doesn't even have a name. What the fuck? There's no roads coming off of this. There's one right here. I guess that's where we're guessing. Because the only other option is this. It doesn't really feel like it. We're gonna guess where we have it. It ends up being further south. Here's Stahlheim. We're still a kilometer off. What the fuck is this road? So we started up here at Stahlheim, which, if we would have guessed here, would have been even better. And we made it down here, and there's the name of the road. So we were right spot, wrong spot, right area, wrong spot. General concept. Dashed white lines that remind me of Sweden, but no other clues right away. It looks like we do have a body of water, so that's always nice. What could be a weird looking fucking bridge, and then language that is definitely Swedish. So Sweden with water to our west, with a weird fucking bridge. Let's pretend that's to Copenhagen and we're in Malmo. I don't know. Now obviously comes the hard, well, maybe the easy part. Gothenburg. Is that the Gothenburg bridge that we met up on? There's no fucking way, right? There's no way. And then that's on 160 and E6. Here is E6. It's pointing us to Gothenburg. We're probably not that close. We are going to look for 160, which looks like the numbers are going down as we go south. So maybe it is north? Where's 160? There's 158. We're not on E6 yet. We can also look for Jorn Orlost and Stora Hoga, which I also don't see. Why can we never find anything? Here's Orlost, and here's Jorn, and that's going to be in the same general area. So they're just north of us. That doesn't actually help us, unless there is a 160 over here. There is a 160 over here. Where does the 160 go? It does leave, and it kind of turns into 161 there. Is there a way that it goes south and crosses over here? There is. So that, and here's Stora Hoga. But Gothenburg is a lot further south. But these are a lot smaller. So it's saying we're on 160 right now. That's the impression I'm under. Is that we're on 160 right now. What does this sign point us to? Stora to our south, Jorn to our north. Stand Norum, perhaps? What does this sign say? Stora Hoga and Uklum. UC Klum. That's true. So we're further north? Maybe we're here-ish then? I think we're further south. I think we're around here. We got the fucking perfect 51 yards? That was a good fucking guess then. That, my friends. That was a good guess. You didn't see that one coming. Japan. Alright. Do we try? It's gonna be 2 minutes of finding phone numbers. We've relied on Japanese phone numbers way too much. Way too much. We need to find the Hokkaido cabbage or something. The Hokkaido arrows. You know, we need to find something different for once. But phone numbers are just too good. They're too good. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll be lucky. Definitely Japan. You can tell by the low camera, left-hand side of the road, the yellow license plates, the vertical yellow and black on the telephone poles. Like, it's very obvious when you're in Japan. Which, I wonder, now hear me out, there's a lot of people who complain about using the meta to solve where you are. Which I understand, right? You're not using stuff that you could find there normally to assist you. You're using the car. And obviously you could still figure it's the low camera when you're in Japan, even without playing with the car, because it just feels like a low camera. What if there was no meta? No meta at all. Would we still be able to figure out where we are as fast as we do? 08, which should put us to the south, actually, over by Kochi. I think we're near water. It feels like it, but I haven't seen anything that tells us that we are. I don't know. Is this telephone pole? We have 321. Shimizu Fishing Port and Shimato City. Here's Shimanto. Are you? I knew we were near a body of fucking water. 321. Where is it? Right fucking here. I love it. I love it. When we return to start, we are at an alleyway. It feels like a fucking alleyway. I don't quite see any road names or numbers. We have a giant lobster. I think that's supposed to be a bluefin tuna. Well, yellowfin tuna. One of these is they might both be tuna. But we don't really see road signs. We're on a pretty thin and narrow road. There's a 09, which doesn't necessarily help us. Mainly because we already know we're going to be near the city. Do we choose a random spot around this? I think we do. I think we choose a random place. Let's go northeast over here. We have 8 seconds, it's not worth it. And it ends up being 14 miles south, so not quite the city we wanted. We were half a block away from a body of water multiple times, and I don't think I saw it. But that does give us a nice 300-point lead. Well, not a lead, but a boost. And we're in Kenya. If we didn't have the car here, we might be able to get it. But obviously, we have the car here. So let's just throw it down in Kenya, and we're going to travel around a little bit on these dirt roads. We're probably in a national forest somewhere, or a game reserve. We're probably not going to find a single fucking sign that's going to help us. So our guess is probably going to be in the middle of fucking Kenya. Now, is that a bad thing? Not really. Would I rather be able to find a sign that gives us a name of a town and then struggle to find the town? Maybe, because then at least we have a chance. We found town names twice today. And they've asked us to find a town name twice today. Unless I can't count, that's pretty fucking good. So maybe we're having a lucky streak right now? And maybe 3's the fucking charm? Did we find it? Sweden. We needed it in Sweden. Where else did we need it? We just had it in Japan, although we chose the wrong town name. But we found it. And that's, I mean, we knew the general area based on the phone number. We still found it. Canada didn't have anything except for Quebec. What was the other fucking location? That's bad. I know my memory is pretty shitty, right? But not remembering all 5 locations, I don't even remember the order they were in. That's bad. That's bad. Alright. Yeah, we're not finding anything. It's probably safe just to choose a game reserve or a national forest. What that fucking means, I don't fucking know. Do we choose the one by Nairobi? Maybe. I know there is a little bit of a meta when it comes to which Kenya car you have. I know there's two of them. There's the snorkel car, and then there's the, I'm going to call it the reflector car. And they both covered unique parts of the country, and there's overlap for both of them. So I believe this reflector car was the west of the country and the snorkel's the east. And then obviously some overlap in the middle. So it might be safer to move our guest kind of over here. Because we're taking the risk that, because this is mostly in the west, we're going to be in the west versus the snorkel car, which is in the east. And we're hoping it's not going to be an overlap in the middle, because the safe place to guess is the middle. And that entire time, we found one abandoned house. And like 5 people. It's an interesting spot, don't get me wrong. But in 3 minutes, we found actually more people. But not a single sign. We found a village. And that's it. The end. The end. And it ends up actually being closer to the middle. I think Scribbles had the same idea, guess west when you see that. But that's going to give us enough points to win. Amazing. We are in the Gatamayo Forest Nature Reserve. We knew it was going to be a nature reserve. We had Sweden, we had Norway. Which, did we find? We did see the town name in Norway. We got pretty lucky about that. So we actually found 3 town names, and we found all 3 of them. All 3 town names. We didn't find one in the United States, and we didn't find one in Kenya. Not bad. Scribbles, not too far behind, 23,891. That's actually pretty good. Calamity in 3rd, not getting Kenya. That was the only one. Why did you go with Ghana there? I'm confused. But we'll worry about that another time. And then Bo in 4th at 18, going with Sri Lanka over Kenya. I know it didn't feel like your normal Kenya, but it still had the Kenya car on it. And that's why I'm confused. But that is going to be where we call it for the day. So thank you all so much for participating, for playing along, and for supporting this channel. We should have we should have a 5 o'clock video. I didn't record the Country Spotlight Pro League. Well, I did, but I didn't really like it. I was a little too drunk, if you know what I mean. So we didn't post that. So we're gonna probably get the 5 o'clock video out, and that will be the Diverse World Pro League. But well, that's it for today. Technically, it for tomorrow. We should be back again on Monday. We'll be live on Twitch at 12 p.m. Eastern. We'll also have a video up at 3 p.m. Eastern. So I look forward to seeing you guys all on Monday, if not a little bit later today. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and bye-bye.